What is going on, everybody? Paul here, back from vacation, well rested, enjoyed the beach, but I did miss you guys, so I'm glad to be back after a lovely time away, and it's been far too long since our last simultaneous sip. So join me now with some tea, coffee, water, whatever you may have on hand, and let's do this thing. Alright, now that is how you get back into a positive routine, and let's go ahead and jump into the first segment of the day, the news. Turns out Adobe Flash Player updates could potentially contain crypto malware. Yikes. This is something we previously talked about on this channel about ensuring that what you download is actually what you intended to download, and tips and tricks that you can pick up that may keep you more safe when dealing with these pesky internet malware things. Let's go ahead and unpack exactly what's happening here. A cybersecurity company known as Palo Alto Networks has revealed that a Flash update is to blame. Essentially, it's not an actual Flash update. It looks like a Flash update, talks like a Flash update, but actually it is Monero mining malware for your computer. It prompts the user to go ahead and update to the latest version of Flash, and after that, well, it's not necessarily game over, but looks as though your computer's processing power is going to be enriching somebody else's Monero wallet. The most important part, how can you prevent this? Essentially, you'll be able to notice apparently if your system is running a little slow, and you can check to see if something is taking a disproportionate amount of your computer's processing power by just checking the Windows Task Manager, using Control-Alt-Delete, clicking Task Manager, and seeing what's going on. For all of you Mac users, you guys do essentially the same thing, I'm guessing. Open up your Task Manager, not sure what the hotkeys are there, and you'll be able to see if anything is, again, disproportionately taking your power. And how to stop this before it even begins? Well, Palo Alto Network says that users who are running antivirus and system protection software are much less at risk than other individuals. So just having a simple antivirus, something like Malwarebytes or maybe even McAfee if you're on a cocaine-fueled antivirus killing spree or something like that. Yeah, basically that makes you way less prone to this sort of stuff. So do your own research and remain safe out there, guys. If you notice your computer slowing down suddenly, that may tip you off. Moving on to our next article, Coinbase users are facing cryptocurrency withdrawal delays up to a week, which has been the story for a while now. Let's unpack exactly what's going on at the monolithic giant Coinbase. Apparently, these delays are affecting all assets. Keep in mind that Coinbase did recently announce that they're listing the cryptocurrency 0x, along with a recent listing as well of Ethereum Classic. So Coinbase has hands spread everywhere, and no doubt they are working hard to get stuff done. But nonetheless, that doesn't satisfy some users who are saying that they have to wait up to a week and sometimes even longer to process their transactions. Apparently, this is only affecting Coinbase proper and not Coinbase Pro, which is the institutional trading platform formerly known as GDAX. A representative from Coinbase told Crypto Globe that essentially a lot of the downtime was caused by the dramatic run-up in crypto prices in late 2017, early 2018, and I personally can attest to that. A lot of individuals, when trying to figure out where they could purchase this newfangled cryptocurrency technology that CNBC, Fast Money, and all the news folk were talking about, where can they do that? Well, they look to Coinbase. It's sleek, it's simple, and it's straightforward. Not so many people know about the Gemini exchange. Apparently they have some good fiat portals as well. Coinbase is really the household name, so it makes sense that their servers were strained to capacity, to say the least. This apparently prompted Coinbase to go ahead and upgrade their infrastructure, increasing capacity by 1,000% earlier this year, and hiring hundreds of new employees. So perhaps the next crypto bull run won't see as many withdrawal delays or issues like that. One caliber of individuals who are no doubt not using Coinbase are some of the wealthiest citizens in China, and it turns out there are some cryptocurrency entrepreneurs among them. The new study showing the richest of the rich in the Middle Kingdom includes individuals such as Mikri Jean Ketuan, hope I'm getting his name right, and he's a Bitmain co-founder, along with Wu Jihan, another individual working with Bitmain. Binance's CZ was ranked number 230, and the founder of OKCoin, Huobi, and Ebong were on there as well. Specifically, the study states that blockchain is, quote, officially the fastest growing industry, with 14 new faces added to the rich list, and Bitmain's Wu Jihan being the richest self-made person born after the year 1985. So, could this be a new generation of super wealthy individuals ushered in by the rise of digital assets and cryptocurrency technology? Let me know what you think of that below in the comments. One dude who let us know what he's thinking as well is the World Bank president, who said distributed ledger technology has, quote, huge potential. We try to keep an eye out for bullish and positive news here at Cryptide. After all, institutional adoption will be the thing, assumingly that ushers in mass adoption, given the ease of access that it normally entails. And here's a quote from the World Bank president himself. Quote, we talked about cryptocurrencies, but we think distributed ledger has huge potential, and we issued the first blockchain bond in August, where we created, allocated, transferred, and managed the entire bond through blockchain technology. End quote. Mr. Kim is of course referencing the Australian Commonwealth Bank bond that was issued. It is a $73.16 million deal for a 2-year bond and will yield a 2.25% return. So, seems to run concurrent with your usual bonds, but this time all on the blockchain, or maybe the bond chain? And final article of the day, a judge has ruled that a Bitcoin company is not responsible for a woman's loss in a scam. Apparently the lady put 62,000 Canadian dollars into a Bitcoin machine, believing she owed taxes. I definitely feel for this lady, but this is definitely a case of do your own research as well, and we're going to go ahead and unpack with the utmost sympathy exactly what happened and why, and how you can avoid the same fate. Essentially, a judge has ruled that $62,000 in cash, which was seized by police from a Bitcoin ATM, belongs to the actual company and not the woman who put it there, considering that she received her Bitcoin in return and sent it off to the scammer. Ouch. It seems the chief provincial court judge is echoing our sentiment, saying that both sides involved are very sympathetic towards this woman, but it's completely up to the Bitcoin purchaser to know what they're doing. After all, these kind of institutions, they don't call you. They send documented letters that are signed and sealed to ensure that you are the recipient. They send it to your mailing address. An even larger red flag is that judicial proceedings are required for any kind of legal action. So the fact that this woman received a phone call and was told, hey, you're going to face immediate arrest and deportation if you don't send large amounts of cash, that alone is a red flag that is huge. She also testified that the numbers on her phone looked legitimate, not sure exactly how you could discern that, to be honest, and that at one point the fraudsters even called her, claiming that they were her accounting firm, advising her to pay money. Now, it does say that the woman is a recent immigrant, so maybe a little extra sympathy is merited there, but with that said, how does a recent immigrant end up with an accounting firm if they don't necessarily know the judicial proceedings for deportation? Just some strange things occurring there, but all in all, the woman's lawyer argued that she was acting under duress, which essentially means she was really stressed out when she put the money in the machine, and for that reason, it was not technically consent. Paul's 2 cents, I would have to agree with the judicial ruling here. After all, if everybody could say that, oh, I didn't consent because I felt for FOMO, well, that's not necessarily a good precedent to set. So again, with the utmost sympathy, I'm going to have to say that, well, it seems as though the court made the right decision here. To wrap this up, the woman who lost her money told CBC News that she's still receiving calls from these scammers, and now she hangs up. And as I said, that's exactly what you should do. Always do your own research, and again, none of this is financial advice, but keep in mind, if you're receiving strange phone calls and something sounds fishy, especially if it's individuals asking you to send money here or there, either call your lawyer or call your local representatives. Ask them, hey, is this how this is processed? Is this how this goes? Or am I perhaps talking to somebody who doesn't represent you guys? After all, they're your elected officials and they're here to help you. So make sure to do your own research before you do the action. Just a little information here from your friends over at Cryptide, trying to keep you and your loved ones safe from potential financial scams. But with that taken care of, let's go ahead and get into the happenings of the day for October 15th, Monday. EWPN Amsterdam 2018 is kicking off in where else? Amsterdam. Ukrainian Blockchain Day 2019 is apparently happening. I think this may be a misprint. I think they're alluding to the fact that they're looking at the year going forward, but nonetheless, if anybody knows more information about this event, please let me know below in the comments. So I'm just going to leave it as is there. You can see what we're working with on your screen. And the Climate Change and Medical Entomology Conference is happening in Dubai. We have 2 more conferences happening on Monday, October 15th, that are the highbrow technical conferences. We have the 25th Annual ACM Conference on Computer and Communication Security in Toronto, and as well in Toronto, the Workshop on Privacy in the Electronic Society. As said, those are the 2 highbrow conferences, really high-tech stuff, so if any of you are programmers or individuals involved in information security, that would be something that may interest you. Next up, we have October 16th, Tuesday, and we only have 1 conference there, the Crypto Economy World Conference happening in Barcelona, Spain. As said, that's all we have for Tuesday, October 16th, and for this Crypto Coffee update, check below in the description. I have all of the links, everything that may interest or tantalize your fancy, as well as a list of B-list coins. Some of them are good, some of them are iffy, but nonetheless, I put it all there. Why? Because it's for you guys. You gotta have the information, and feel free to check behind me. You never know when maybe a coin you have or a coin you're interested in may be doing something unexpected. After all, it's a big and growing space, and staying up to date on everything can be a bit difficult at times. So with that said, thanks so much for watching, guys. I genuinely appreciate it. I was able to take some time off, just relax and reflect, and realistically, I absolutely love doing this, helping you guys out and sharing information. After all, this is how we're going to make crypto the best it could possibly be, by doing our research, sharing information with one another, and ensuring that we're all on the right path for positive, sustainable growth. With that said, much love, guys. My name is Paul. Talk to you guys soon. We are Cryptide, and remember, the tide is rising, as is my elevation relative to sea level.